I've been with my partner for 4 years, and he has recently gotten permanent residency in my country through our common law relationship. His GF in college, when he was 21, cheated on him, and it's left him with trust issues. When we started dating 4 years ago, I was living with a male friend, completely platonic, zero interest from either side. This male friend cheated on his GF at the time. My BF had a huge issue with this and started to get really jealous about my friendship with him. I have always known there was some jealousy there, but we've since moved away, and I don't really speak to this particular friend anymore, mostly because of my BF's issues with him. My BF has a lot of intrusive thoughts about me cheating on him in general, and questions why I would want to be with him. This usually gets worse if he's having a hard time at work, feeling low, etc. While on holiday last month, he was applying for new jobs and hadn't been getting many positive responses, which was affecting his self-worth. I came back to the hotel room to find him on my laptop going through my WhatsApp, IG, FB, and Slack, for work no less, messages. He was convinced I was cheating on him. I was obviously very upset, but I had to push a lot of these feelings down to care for him, as he was really in a dark place. We've been seeing a couples counselor for communicative issues and general maintenance, but in our session earlier this week, when we started to discuss the issue of him going through my messages, he started to talk about the old friend I had 4 years ago, and is still completely convinced I cheated, saying, well, if she cheated on me back then, why wouldn't she still be doing it now? He said he had gone through my messages several times in the past and found proof of this cheating because there were a bunch of deleted messages in our chat history. Now I've gone through these old messages with this person to see what he's talking about and cannot find a single thing. There's no history of deleted messages that he's talking about. And there's also nothing to prove because I've never even thought about getting with this person, let alone actually cheated. I constantly overthink my interactions with men, so as not to trigger him, and have distanced myself from a lot of male friends. I'm completely at a loss. I feel like if he can't see how honest and trustworthy of a person I am after 4 years, how on earth are we supposed to have a healthy relationship? I've gone above and beyond to try and work through these trust issues and feel this constant need to prove that I'm a loyal partner. But nothing works. I feel like I'm going insane and really don't know what to do. TLDR partner of 4 years believes I cheated on him 4 years ago with a friend and continues to have intrusive thoughts about me cheating. I've never done anything to disrespect our relationship, nor would I ever cheat. Is there any hope for a healthy relationship? Navigating your current relationship situation is undoubtedly intricate. Trust serves as the cornerstone of any thriving partnership, and while occasional doubts are natural, building a solid foundation of open communication is key. Your partner's persistent distrust and intrusive thoughts have begun to cast a shadow over your relationship, causing distress for both of you. It's alarming that these doubts have escalated to the point of invading your privacy and unfounded accusations. Engaging in couples counseling demonstrates your proactive approach to resolving these issues, highlighting your commitment to addressing the root causes of the problem. Nevertheless, if your partner persists in maintaining these baseless beliefs despite mounting evidence to the contrary, it can indicate deeper emotional struggles that warrant individual attention. Prioritizing your mental well-being is crucial. The constant pressure to validate your loyalty and the need to avoid triggering your partner's suspicions can be emotionally draining, potentially eroding your self-esteem. It's worth contemplating whether this relationship contributes positively to your overall happiness and emotional health. A harmonious partnership should encompass support, love, and mutual growth, with trust serving as an essential binding element. If your partner's doubts continue to corrode these qualities, it might be prudent to evaluate if pursuing separate paths would be more conducive to both your well-being and personal growth. Consider whether your partner is receptive to seeking individual therapy to address their intrusive thoughts and insecurities. Such a step could potentially lead to meaningful progress. Ultimately, your decision should revolve around what will promote a healthier, more fulfilling life for you. You've spent a bunch of time focusing on what's going on his head, but let's focus on what's in your head for a moment. How much more of your lifespan and energy do you want to spend in a lopsided relationship with a partner who staunchly refuses to trust you? How many more times do you want to be falsely accused of being hurtful, deceitful, and all around deeply morally flawed? Why do you think he has the right to expect you to regularly submit yourself to his insulting and degrading interrogations, despite the complete and utter lack of any evidence ever? Why do you think he has the right to expect you to debase yourself, begging him to stop this and believe you, who has never been anything but trustworthy? Ponder on that for a while. Because if it were me in your shoes, I wouldn't just be dejected and frustrated and exhausted, I'd be furious. As in, hell hath no fury type furious. As in, my inner Samuel L. Jackson wants to know who the hell does this MFing guy think he is, accusing you of being a POS, when it's really him that's always being a POS. You. Oof, that hit home. Thank you, I needed to read that. The real question is, why did you stay 4 more years with someone who doesn't trust you and continues to accuse you of cheating? I've seen this multiple times among relationships of people I know in real life. It's a gaslighting tactic, so he can guilt trip you and keep you always on the defensive and trying to prove to him that you're a good partner. Meanwhile, he is probably the one cheating on you. I'll tell you what I just told someone else here with the same problem. This is no way to live. You aren't doing anything wrong. He suffers from irrational jealousy, and that, in my experience, gets worse with time, not better. Literally nothing you can do or not do will change this, will change him, because he has something wrong in his head. So your choices are stark, either break up or have a lifetime of this kind of mental torture. My boyfriend, 26 male, and I, 26 female, have been dating since we were freshmen. He was my first everything. I came into college focused on athletics and school, and for some reason I had just always been too busy to be interested in dating. Long story short, we ended up dating after he convinced me to give him a shot. He is a lovable, genuine guy who wins over anyone he meets with a sweet heart. I have always been silly and outgoing and love loving those around me. We are total opposites when it comes to our cultural background and hobbies, but we share a strong love for each other and both work hard to build a great future for ourselves, so we just balance each other out. He has done extremely well and made an amazing career for himself. He's in the public eye and has many opportunities to cheat with girls that are clout/money hungry. I truly never worried about it because we still act like everyday normal people. Well, because we are. His job requires us to move where he is needed, so we tend to make friends with the couples who he works with because it's easy and we understand each other's lifestyle. The girls often bond about the hardships they go through with the guys' schedules/work. We made a friend group that I enjoyed having support from, but in my heart of hearts, knew they weren't like my other friends. There was a lot of toxicity that went on with the other couples, and I always was there to support my friends. They joked about my BF being the only good one. Fast forward 2 years of being in this group. We went on a yacht for my friend's birthday, and my boyfriend got drunk and started dancing on other girls in front of me. I didn't want to make anything into drama, so I pretended I didn't see and went to the front of the boat. It hurt me, and we talked about it the next day. I told him it looked really bad and made me feel like a foolish girl who just lets my guy walk all over me. The next weekend, I found out my grandma was sick, so I went to visit her. It was the perfect time for a break for us. I came home and I thought everything was fine again. Fast forward a year and a half. I have not really spoken to this friend group in a while. A few of the guys had to relocate due to job changes, so I thought that was normal to slowly grow apart, but I still questioned the validity of the friendships I made with the women. I called a friend that was on my mind and let her know that if I did anything to hurt our friendship, I wanted to resolve it because I thought about her often. She then broke down and told me my boyfriend has sex with one of my friends that had a partner that worked with my BF. This was why they stopped talking to me. The friend group of 6 others, one being the mistress, had felt so bad that they didn't want to tell me. It said my boyfriend would tell me, so they just stopped talking to me. I called all of them to find out if this was true. It turns out it was a one-time thing, on my couch, drunk, videoed, and while I was visiting my grandma. I wish I didn't watch the videos that were sent to me. In case you were wondering, I even called the friend was in the said video, and it was no help as she explained she already healed from the situation and didn't have any answers as to why she did it. Obviously a high moral character. I can't believe I put myself around these people. My boyfriend admitted everything to me and said he has been too coward to tell me this whole time. He said he immediately started therapy after it happened and has been working through it. He also admitted that this is why he hasn't proposed. He was trying to find the right time to tell me. He had already signed us up for couples therapy, so we had an appointment the day after I found out. It's been 5 days of me experiencing all the feelings and just questioning life. Have I been settling and not realizing it since this is my only boyfriend? I have a lot going for me. I have a great degree, I am kind, fun, and enjoy making others smile. A lot of girls would just stay simply for the lifestyle you get to live in his work world, but I don't care about that kind of stuff. He has been extremely patient and understanding with how I have been feeling/acting these past few days, and has let me know it was the worst choice he has ever made and never thought he would put us in this kind of situation. He feels extremely remorseful, and I can tell he means it. He says he wants to be the best husband and dad he could ever be and can only see a future with me. I believe this too. I just feel disgusted, especially since the video is burned in my head. Trust me, I immediately threw away that couch too. I have always questioned if I am making the right decision, so I just need some gentle feedback on if I am selling myself short by staying, or if you believe there is a brighter light at the tunnel. I'm feeling hurt, embarrassed, trashy, betrayed. I never thought I would be caught in a situation like this. I deeply sympathize with the distress you're experiencing. Your feelings are entirely valid, and it's important to allow yourself the time and space to process them. While your boyfriend's admission and therapy efforts are noteworthy, it's vital to carefully consider if this relationship aligns with your core values and future aspirations. Rebuilding trust can be an uphill battle, and seeking professional guidance is recommended. In this difficult juncture, it's essential to prioritize your well-being, seek support from your network, and trust your intuition as you contemplate the best decision for your personal growth and happiness, which might involve parting ways with your boyfriend and distancing yourself from the friend group. So I'm just a bit confused. How did he know when you were going to find out he could schedule couples therapy, because that takes time? Supposedly, he planned on telling me a few sessions into couples therapy. You literally had a conversation with him about your boundaries immediately before he chose to have sex with another woman. He lied to you about it for 1.5 years and essentially allowed you to be ostracized from your friend group because of his actions. He didn't confess he was caught. He chose to have sex with the partner of his coworker, behind his own partner's back. He may have said he planned to tell you, but he did not. This does not sound like a trustworthy partner who values you. This group is not your friends. They are his coworkers and associates. You seem surrounded by people you cannot trust. How do you know there were not others? If he is comfortable dancing and being inappropriate with girls in front of you, imagine what he is comfortable with when you are not there. Only you can decide if you want to move forward in the relationship. But regardless of what you choose, I hope you are able to develop strong friendships outside of just his circle. You need support for you too. Worldwide comments of the day. Your wife also stood before God and made a vow to love you forever. She also broke that vow. You gotta stop placing all your self-worth into your wife and move on with life. You did all you could to uphold that vow by being a faithful husband. I could never understand getting back with a cheater. Why always have a voice nagging you and questioning the cheater's every move? Not a healthy way to live. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.